Hey everybody, Like Blades here. And today I figured after seeing the Will Flips video, I should probably start making the video for the Zippy Solo that I got back maybe a week ago or so. I don't know. But this thing looks really nice, which I hope is showing up on camera. Especially with the green kind of glowing with the sun radiating on it and whatnot. Now, a friend of mine pointed something out about this that I did not realize until he said. Apparently, this is a Monsters Inc. knife. You got the knife itself colored like Sully, and you got the green for Mike Wazowski, and now you got them both fucking together. Would you look at that? Monsters Inc. knife. Tilt fucked up on me. There we go. That should be better. But, yes, if you go to look at Zippy's website, you will see this exact Solo in the images for his product. He makes both these liners for the inside of the sandwich handles as well as these spacers that also add jimping. But they also have a 3 tungsten ball weight system on each side. So that means you can have 4 different balances. Of course, adding them makes it more handle biased, but that's still 4 different levels of handle bias. No weights is dead neutral, kind of like the titanium weights for the Solo. Then you can just progress heavier and heavier, which I found after literally day 1 of having it and trying everything for several hours. I enjoy all 3 weights in each handle, which again, these are small balls of tungsten, so they add quite a bit of weight despite their tiny size. Now, are they perfect? I guess it depends on who you are and what you're looking for. Aesthetically, they are perfect. For me. Do they do their job? That they do. Their main purpose is to add weight to the handles, which, believe me, they do. And honestly, better than Joe Hansen's spacers do. Don't get me wrong, I love Joe. He's an awesome guy. We've talked a ton. I've had 2 of his knives. This is my second Solo, technically 3rd, but I think I already talked about that. But me and him, we've talked back and forth a lot. But to be able to get all 3 options for the Solo spacers, you have to buy a Solo with 1 set of spacers, and then you have to go out and buy the other 2 sets, which are like $65 a piece. When instead you could go and get these, I think the spacers themselves are like 34 something, maybe. I don't want to pull up my phone right now and look, but maybe I will here in a few minutes. And then the handle inserts are like 14, which honestly I recommend getting them together. But you do you, so. Now, of course, unlike some Zippy mods, these don't extend the handles any, so there's not very much protection for the bottom of your handles. But if you can see it, the spacers come out ever so slightly, so maybe that'll do something. I don't know. But Zippy does what Zippy does best. He made spacers, he made liners. I think that's what he calls them, is liners. but they are awesome. They do everything I need them to do, which I've had the Ultim spacers for, almost a year now, since I've gotten this knife. It's had Ultim spacers, and I've been trying to get the titanium ones ever since. No one would hook me up with titanium spacers, regardless what I tried to do. So, eventually I said, fuck it. And I sent this Solo to Zippy for like, I don't know, 3-ish weeks or so, maybe. He had other things to do ahead of time, but basically as soon as I got off my cruise, these were done. He'd already finished the prototyping and everything. I'd already paid him for everything. And now these are all for sale on his website, which I will be linking down below because this shit is awesome. Of course, I would have preferred maybe a blue color for my stuff, but I didn't really choose the color. Zippy did. But then again, Zippy's color is green, so that's probably why he chose green. That's what I assume, at least, but who knows? Maybe he knew about the Monsters Inc. shit before I even noticed it. But once upon a time ago, this is some old news for some people who've actually known me from Instagram before I started all this. The Solo used to be my favorite flipping knife. Like, out of every knife I've ever owned, flipped, or anything like that, damn it, the Solo has been on top. Since the very beginning, since I've first flipped one, I've enjoyed it more than basically everything. Now, does that still hold up today? No shot in hell, because I've tried a lot more knives. But, hear me out, but that does not mean the Solo is bad. No, the Solo is not bad. The Solo is fucking awesome. Of course, it is a $1,000 knife, but it's my $1,000 knife. I love it. If you don't, I don't give a shit. Because, again, this is my life, my channel, my knife. Even though I didn't make it. It's just mine. I bought it, so it's mine. Fuck you. And I still do love it. But I mostly only flip it on Sundays now for Solo Sunday. Because I just have so many more knives in my collection now than I did when I got my first Solo that I gotta try and flip everything. Even though I already fail at that. I think I only flip like 5 or 6 of the knives in my collection. Maybe. Let's see. Solo, Talisong, Corvus, Seraph, Magnet, Dama Kraken. So yeah, that's like 6. As soon as I have my Jawbone, that'll be 7. So I'll have 1 knife to flip per day. But basically everything in my collection, other than those, I don't really mess with, except for very occasionally. But they're mostly there just because, well, I want them, okay? I want them. That's why they're there. I used to love flipping the Medusa V3 all the time over everything. Then I got my Corvus, and then I was like, I can't really go back to that now because I'm used to these long-ass handles, just like the Seraph. Oh boy, that took some getting used to when I got my Solo back. But, as you can see, I'm used to it again. And I'm flipping my Solo as well as one can that is me. I like to think my flow's gotten better since as well, but then again, it's kind of windy out here and I'm sweating my ass off because it's like 85 degrees and there's not a single cloud in the sky. But yeah, my hands are a bit sweaty. Either way, I've kind of been going off on a tangent this entire time. I don't really know what else to say other than these are 3D printed. Like, these are not handmade or machined or anything like that, like the knife itself is, which, knife, this is not a handmade knife. It is a machined knife. It's machined by JK Design, but everything else is done by Joseph Hansen on Instagram, Hansen Metals. So, yeah, it's like a Zyzix, but sandwich and shorter, no ring, and for Hansen Metals. So, yeah. I don't really know what else I can say about it, to be honest. It's awesome. I love the new Zippy stuff. I wish I could say more, but I genuinely don't know what else to say without making this sound like a paid promotion, which, let me be clear, this is not a paid promotion. Zippy is not paying me for talking good about these. In fact, I paid for them. I paid for him to make these and to send them to me. So, you're welcome, everybody that has a Solo that wants Zippy spacers and stuff for it, which I highly recommend everyone who owns a Solo at least try them at least once. That doesn't mean you have to go buy them, but maybe find a buddy who has a Solo with Zippy inserts and spacers, and maybe, I don't know, maybe go try them. Try all the weights, which I will be going over how to use the weights and whatnot, which Zippy already did that, but then again, I want to do it as well because, well, I can. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Then next up for this is to finally get a tune that is half-ass decent. This thing has had fucked bushings since the day I got it, and I don't feel like sending it back to Colorado. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I love the magnet. Fucking talking about the magnet. Magnet's in my pocket. This is what I'm carrying today. This is just for the video. But I love the Solo, Zippy Solo. I think that's in frame. That might be my my picture, my thumbnail. Yeah, my thumbnail. I don't know, but I love the Solo. I love the Zippy stuff. I might end up calling this the Solo Z. I hope you all enjoyed. Peace.